Have you ever looked out at the ocean and felt an inexplicable call, as if something ancient was inviting you to return home? Long before the legends of Atlantis echoed through time, there was an even older name, a sacred place that does not appear on maps, but lives carved into the soul. It is called Lamria, a word that awakens forgotten memories and stirs something deep in those who hear it. Some encounter it in dreams, others in meditation, as if the name itself contained a frequency capable of opening internal doors. Lamria was not a civilization obsessed with power or conquest. It was founded on harmony, love, and a sacred connection to all things. Humanity did not live in separation, but in profound unity. Their world was not made of metals and machines, but of energy and consciousness. It is not just a myth. It is an ancient memory, and perhaps yours as well. Lamria is not just the story of a lost continent. It is a vibration, a spiritual echo that continues to propagate through time. Those who hear it often speak of a déjà vu, as if they were not discovering something new, but remembering something ancient. Imagine a civilization where words were not needed, where thoughts were perceived and emotions communicated more than any speech. In Lamria, people spoke by telepathy, light, and pure intention. The technology was not external but energetic, frequencies, colors, and sacred geometries. People lived in perfect harmony with the earth, understood the language of plants, the intelligence of water, and the breath of the stars. They honored the cycles, followed the seasons, celebrated the moon. No hierarchy, no war, no hunger for power, just spiritual evolution. For many seekers, Lamria is not a past to remember, but a future that is calling us back. The knowledge of Lamria has not disappeared. It has been hidden, encoded in crystals, buried beneath sacred mountains, and woven into the DNA of those who once walked its luminous shores. The fall of Lamria was not just a geological event, but a shift in frequency, a turning point in the cosmic rhythm. Some say the earth shook, the waters rose, and the ground sank into the sea. Others speak of a conscious retreat, a peaceful dissolution at the end of one cycle. Before disappearing, the Lamrians sealed their knowledge in crystalline structures, in invisible temples, in sacred songs that would one day awaken. Places like Easter Island, the Andes, or Mount Shasta still seem to vibrate with that ancient echo, waiting for hearts ready to hear it. Lamria did not vanish. It transformed, leaving trails of light that shine again today, calling to the souls who remember. To understand Lamria, one must go beyond Earth and time. It was not just a continent, it was a consciousness. A sacred way of being that flowed in every breath, every heartbeat, every resonance of the universe. Unlike Atlantis, which sought dominion through mind and technology, Lamria embodied the divine feminine, intuition, emotion, interconnectedness. Its inhabitants lived with open hearts, in tune with the rhythms of life, free from ego and fear. They did not want to dominate nature, they listened to it. They did not build with stone, they cultivated light. Their homes pulsed with energy and meaning. They lived slowly, intentionally, guided by the stars. In Lamria, spiritual growth was not a goal, but the very fabric of existence. They were dreamers, healers, star travelers. And while their temples now lie beneath the waves, their legacy whispers in dreams, reminding us that that world can return. There are those who believe that those who are drawn to Lamria today are not simply curious, but returning souls, starseeds, ancient fragments reincarnated in modern bodies, bearers of an inexplicable nostalgia for something never seen but always felt. These people often feel out of place, sensitive to energy, attracted to the ocean, the stars, deeply touched by music, light, or silence. They may dream of crystal cities, hear voices in the water, or feel tears when walking barefoot on the ground. These are not fantasies. They are memories resurfacing. Lamrian souls are said to hold codes of harmony and healing, imprinted upon them long ago, waiting to awaken. And many believe that time is now. The planet is awakening. Old systems are collapsing. And in that space, something ancient is returning. Not with force, but with light. Lamria does not invite us to escape the world, but to transform it. It asks us to live with our hearts, to trust what cannot be measured, to remember what cannot be taught. His wisdom does not come with a bang, but as a breath, as the dawn that rises silently. He does not ask for perfection, only truth. In the Lamrian path, intention is power. A thought aligned with love can heal. A present breath can change destiny. The Lamrians believed that the universe was conscious, and that every gesture, even the smallest, resonated across the worlds. Their society was not based on laws, but on resonance. When one healed, all healed. When one suffered, all felt. This unity was not a theory, it was lived life. And now, as humanity stands at a crossroads, the call of Lamria grows stronger, not as a myth to be admired, but as a path to be embodied. Are you ready to walk it? The fall of Lamria was not a failure, but a sacred turning point. As the seasons change, so too must the higher frequencies yield to the cosmic cycle. Some say the earth groaned, the tides rose, the sky darkened, the mountains shook. Others speak of a gentle exit, a conscious dissolution, when that time came to an end. But before they disappeared, the Lamrians prepared the future. They did not entrust their knowledge to books, but to stones. They codified their wisdom in crystalline structures, hidden temples, sacred chants. Songs that would one day awaken. Places like Easter Island, the Andes, and Mount Shasta are believed to still vibrate with that ancient frequency, waiting for those ready to hear it. Lamria has not vanished. It has changed form. And now, as the earth awakens, those ancient ways are rekindled, not as memory, but as a living force manifesting through you. In a world obsessed with noise, speed, and distraction, the Lamrian path is a radical return to stillness. Their teaching reminds us that presence is not a luxury. It is the threshold to all that is sacred. They lived with the rhythm of the earth, waking up with the sun, honoring the moon, planting intentions with the seasons, listening to the energy of each day. For them, life was not to be conquered, but harmonized. They knew that by aligning with nature, one aligns with oneself. In Lamria, community was not based on status or appearance, but on recognition of the soul. Every being was a thread in a web of light, every role essential, every purpose fulfilled. There was no competition, only co-creation. And in this memory, we are asked to rebuild, not just cities or systems, but how we relate, listen, love. The ancient song rises again, and you are part of it. One of the deepest teachings of Lamria is that our DNA holds memories, codes from times before time. These codes speak not with logic, but with feeling. A sudden intuition, a nostalgia without a reason, a vision that appears with your eyes closed. Many today are rediscovering that ancient call. They are attracted to crystals, to sound healing, to sacred geometry, to symbols never studied, but inexplicably familiar. They are not fads. They are awakenings, echoes, activations. Maybe you are one of them, a person who has always felt different, who senses energy, who is moved by beauty, who finds truth in silence. That sensitivity is not weakness. It is your compass. You are not here to adapt to a broken system. You are here to remember a deeper way and help it return. Lamria's wisdom lives in your intuition, in your empathy, in that subtle pain when the world forgets its soul. You don't have to give up your life to live the Lamrian way. You just have to return to what is authentic. Speak truthfully, love deeply, walk gently. Honor your body as a temple, your emotions as guides, your intuition as the voice of ancient wisdom. You were not born to harden and survive. You were born to soften, to feel, to connect, to awaken. This is not weakness. It is strength. The Lamrians knew that the greatest transformations come from within. That one aligned soul can change the energy of an entire space. And when many souls remember together, the vibration becomes unstoppable. You may not build crystal cities or open portals of light, but by living with presence, offering compassion, and embodying peace, you become a channel for the ancient light to return. This is Lamria, not a place to reach, but a frequency to live. And perhaps you are here now for this very reason. Stop for a moment. Breathe. Listen to what moves inside you. Perhaps it is a memory. Perhaps it is a certainty that escapes words. Maybe it's the small voice of your soul reminding you that you've walked this path before. The story of Lamria isn't just ancient history. It's a mirror that reflects your spirit. If something in you has moved, if your heart has beat differently as you listen, it's not an accident. It's memory. The journey doesn't end here. It begins now as you choose to live with more presence, more love, more trust in the unseen. Let this be your call to return, not to the past, but to your essence, to the truth beneath every illusion. If something has awakened in you, stay with us. Subscribe, like, and explore more mysteries on Shadows and Secrets. Together, let's reconnect the sacred thread. Together, let's remember what was never truly lost. That said, thank you and see you next time.